They're going to pop this Starnheim Unleashed. They're going to get like 20 angels, and then we're going to Culling Ritual, and they're probably going to cry. You got me down to like 1-2 HP a couple of times, and we're just going to wipe your board with one Culling Ritual. I feel so terrible for this, but not really. But not really. All right, let's get in there for some damage, yeah? Oh man, I can't believe we pulled that off. Let's go, man. We were so patient. We were so patient on that Starnheim. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If there's one thing I'm known for here on this channel, or if there's one thing I'm halfway decent at, it's building reanimator lists. And that's what we're going to be doing here today, but we're going to be taking it back about a set or two before new capenna came in with all its fancy families and colors. And we're going to be going back to an original. We're going back to SULTAI, which was one of the best ways you can do reanimator just about a set ago. And this deck's no different. It is an absolute powerhouse of a reanimator list. But before I dive in full and break this thing down, if you're new here and you find any value in today's content, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it is a free way to help support and grow the channel. I would really appreciate it so much. Let's talk about it, guys. So what are the creatures in today's deck that we're going to be reanimating? Well, we just decided on the Titan of Industry, Toxrill, and a new one that we have not played yet. Not going to try the first name, but we are going to call this the Swirling Sky, the Blue Dragon. We'll call it the Blue Dragon. So these three right here are the cards of choice as far as we're going to be reanimating. I wanted to try out the Blue Dragon here because it's really busted, really, if you talk about like reanimation stuff, because we can not only, you know, play a 6/6 flying creature, which is phenomenal, which is a good body to not only bring in an attack with. It has ward 3, it protects itself very well, but if it does happen to die, we can do a lot of really cool stuff with this. Not only disrupt our opponent heavily by making a lot of their things bounce back to their hand and making them reset, but also it works with reanimator because its second ability says mill 6 cards, then return 2 instant or sorcery cards back to your hand from the graveyard. That's pretty sweet, especially when you're getting back things like Graveyard Shift, which is going to be our reanimator spell of choice here. We got a full playset of reanimator shift. This is going to be a sorcery speed card that we can play with flash as long as our graveyard has at least, what is it, 5? How do you word this? 5 or more mana values among the graveyard, which we can do really well because we have a really good curve here. We've got a curve of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and land. So there's 7 different types of mana conversion costs that will end up in the graveyard, allowing us to play this at flash speed. It's going to bring back a creature from the graveyard to the battlefield, of course, and that's when things get really good. That's when we start to win the game. So how do we get to the 5 mana instant speed spell here? Well, we're going to be doing it by filling the graveyard along the way with Tainted Indulgence, another card that really thrives on having a bunch of different converted mana costs, because we can start drawing cards with this in the late game without having to discard. But in the meantime, we can discard things out of our hand, obviously being the bigger creatures we need to reanimate. We've also got Witherbloom Command, another great card here, not only to fill up the graveyard, but it has some other utilities to this, like gaining life, dealing damage, removing small creatures, killing, enchantments, whatever it may be. We've also got Decisive Denial. If you guys don't know, I'm a big fan of this card because it's basically a negate with a built-in fight mechanic. And when you have big creatures like this, fighting other creatures is a really cool little instant speed tool you can do. And then we've also got Hero's Downfall as our removal of choice. Now, I did have Infernal Grasp in its place, but seeing that we needed a lot more different mana values in the graveyard, I did need some more 3-drops. So I thought Hero's Downfall was a great way to fill that slot. And it does remove pretty much anything. So it's really, really nice. We've also got 1 Balagad Recovery, just in case we need to get back a Graveyard Shift. Old Rutstein, because it's the best reanimating type creature, whatever you want to call it. This thing fills the graveyard really nicely and gets us a ton of value along the way if it's not dealt with. We of course got Memory Deluge because we, if we throw this away in the graveyard, we get flashback on it. It's really nice. It's a great way to draw cards and get through our deck quickly. And then our sweeper of choice today was Culling Ritual, because Culling Ritual doesn't hit any of our creatures you see here. And it's really good against mono white, which is kind of making an appearance again. And then also Boros has been pretty strong. So Culling Ritual is a great way to not only sweep the board up, and destroy all these Anvil tokens decks, because we can sweep up their tokens and all that too, their treasures and everything. It also gives us mana. Mana can be used to make another play right after that. So this could essentially be a free Sweeper, which you're gonna find out the Angels deck that we go against gets absolutely destroyed by this thing. But that right there, I think, is the deck. I think we just got through the whole thing there pretty easily, pretty quick. Yeah, man, that's it. That's what we're trying to do, trying to get some big stuff back into the battlefield pretty early, pretty quick. And we're going to be reanimating, residually over and over and over again, hopefully to get a lot more value. So enjoy the gameplay footage, guys. It was a lot of fun, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy this. We'll meet you guys back here at the end for some final thoughts. We'll see you guys there. Peace. All right, guys, we got another banger for you guys today. Excuse me. This is going to be a Sultai Reanimator list. We haven't played Sultai Reanimator in a while. It's been a little while, and it was a Planeswalker deck, I believe, but today should be a little bit different. I think it'd be a little more fun, to be honest. We've got some really cool new tools like the Swirling Sky, where we're going to try to play. Kicking things off here pretty good with the Witherbloom command. If it can find us our third land drop, hopefully a blue source, we will be in a really good spot here. We can definitely utilize this because we can mill, and then we can destroy this, which is really helpful. Nice, we get a blue source. You love to see it. You love to see it. And we've already got 3 different mana conversion costs in the graveyard, getting really close here already to our ability to play the graveyard shift. We can also play this to get it in early, but at the same time, without a creature in the graveyard, it's kind of worthless. So what we're going to do here is we're going to play the Indulgence, and we're going to put the Titan into the graveyard. I think that's going to be the move here. So blowing up our land for no apparent reason. It's fine. We do have backups, so it works out. All right, and we have the Toski coming in hot. Toski we can kill with Witherbloom command as well, which is nice. They are going to get 1 card off of this stuff because of the wolf. The wolf is going to get through. Let's go Tainted Indulgence here, and ooh, maybe we want the Toxrill instead of the Industry. Probably, but I guess we put both. No, we just put 1. Let's put the Toxrill back. All right. So I got to deal with Toski now, though. There's no shot that we can allow that to stay here and on the field. So we're going to do this and this. -1, Toski's gone. We got some more stuff in the yard, which does now allow us to play at instant speed the graveyard shift just in time by turn 5. This is like a thing of beauty, honestly. This is working out extremely well. And now they're going to spit out a bunch of 1/1 tokens that I can't even begin to tell you how perfect that is for our Toxrill. This is actually going extremely well. All right. We might have GG'd him here, I think, honestly. I'm going to allow the attack to come through first, though, because I want more slugs when Toxrill hits. So by all means, man, attack on in. Creating 2 more. And we get Toxrill back down, and it is pretty much good game from here, my friend. Pretty much good game. 3 slugs for us. That was nice and easy, very clean. And we can go with the Memory Deluge, I think, here. I think Memory Deluge is fine, because we need to go find some more Reanimator stuff, and try to get our big boys in the yard. I could play the Swirling Sky outright, and I'm aware of that, but I think the Toxrill's just fine here, just doing its thing. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were a Scoot Swarm deck, which gets absolutely obliterated by Toxrill. So opponent has nothing they can do except for scoop. Feels bad, man. On to the next one. Let's go. Oof. Okay, let's go, man. What a solid way to kick this video off, huh? Very, very, very strong reanimation style. It feels like it so far. We'll see if we can keep this kind of energy up, but that first game was really clean. Opponent goes first. Do we trust that we'll find our 3rd land drop? I mean, I do kind of. I think we can do better. Not much better, but it is better. We'll throw back 1 Deluge here. We might get a way to put that in the yard, so we'll hang on to that for now. The recovery is nice just in case we throw away a graveyard shift. Gonna be a tricky game, but hey, the Witherbloom command answers that really nicely, so that's good. Love that. Gala Greeters gone. And we get a land. Love that. It is both of our special lands though, which is kind of unfortunate, but all right. Nothing to play here this turn. Unfortunately, we're gonna pass the turn. We have nothing we can do here. Gotta get Toxrill in the yard. A tainted, what is it? Tainted Indulgence. That's the card we want. That's gonna get us the Toxrill in the yard. We're only taking one here by turn 3. I mean, that feels pretty good. Seems like they're trying to get a little bit more aggro than we are, so I think that's a good trade-off for us here. A nice little memory deluge. I'll take it. Opponent's at 5 mana though now, so we're in the range of like some pretty scary things. Oh, but they play a tap land. That feels good. Prosperous Innkeeper for 1 again. If they have no plays here, we're feeling fresh. Let's go. Feeling fresh. Hopefully this doesn't get countered. Draw 2 cards. That's fine. That is a-okay. Definitely gonna take you two. Definitely taking those two. All right, so let's go with a black source here, and then we'll Tainted Indulgence the Toxrill away here, and let's see what we draw because it could be useful. We might want to do this prior to combat. Nope, not very useful at all. All right, that's fine. That is fine. I could play the Beseiju to get another thing in the yard as far as mana goes, and then that way, is that what we want to do? It would get us land in the yard, putting this at 4, but I don't really necessarily need to play this at instant speed. It just would have been a nice little surprise, but it's just as good playing it at sorcery speed. So let's go ahead and drop the Toxrill right on their noggin and really hurt their feelings here. This thing does what again? It says whenever it enters battlefield, shield counter, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast spells from the top of your library by removing counters from creatures you control. Not bad, not bad. Not bad, sir. Well, Luminarch is dead next turn because they didn't put the 1/1 counter where they should have. So here comes our friend Toxrill to ruin your day. Luminarch down. We'll be taking the slug. And the bad news is the Falco can just remove these 1/1 slug counters on their creatures, which is pretty bonkers. The Warden can also do that, which is pretty wild. And that's also helpful to keep them alive. But they scoop it up anyways. They had a pretty good situation there. Maybe it's because they saw we had the Beseiju. We were definitely going to blow up their Broker's Ascendancy. So feels bad. Another Toxrill victory. Nobody likes the slug, man. So we've been playing Mythic today for a while now. We started out at 90% from the last videos when we got into Mythic. We did lose a little bit of rank. We were trying out this new Gruul treasure deck that I'm like, I am so locked in on the fact that it's good, and I cannot figure it out for the life of me, man. I just cannot get it to work, and it obviously we lost rank because of it. But yeah, man, it's such a bummer when that happens. Yeah, I think. I think we need more black than we need blue. So let's go that route. I did that wrong. I thought this was green black. Okay, I just did that wrong. How silly of me. Well, oh thank goodness we don't get punished for it. Ooh, I was gonna say I wanted to play Tainted Indulgence, but I played the wrong land there. I thought this was a green black. I don't know why. I probably should have taken a glance at it if I wasn't sure, but I thought I was pretty sure. All right, opponent's playing some Prismari. Is it type? It might be. It could be a number of things, but if I had to guess, Bombardment comes to mind. Let's put you back. Guess 2 lands need to go, huh? Yeah, we'll put 2 lands. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting I only need to put 1 back there with that card. Oh, of course you get top decked right here. Unbelievable. All right, well, we can go Balagad Recovery if we want, but I don't know if I want to. I think I'd rather hold up Decisive Denial here because they have a lot of spell casting going on, I'm sure. A lot of instant and sorcery type spells. So the Decisive Denial is going to be helpful. Might have to just play Toxtril outright. I don't know why Toxtril keeps coming up more and more than the Titan or, you know, the Dragon. I don't know why we keep getting that over the other stuff. Well, now I'm wishing we would have pulled the Tainted Indulgence back into our hand. I still want to hold up Decisive Denial, but it looks like they're struggling on lands, which could be really helpful. All right, I'm going to go for it. I know I should have probably done it last turn. It would have been a lot more helpful, but this will allow us to get the Toxtril into the yard. But this takes away our counter magic, which is unfortunate. But again, I'm going to bank on the fact that they missed the land drop there, that they're in a bit of a bind. Okay, they are. They're not doing so hot. They are not doing so well here. They do have a lot of treasures though, which is a bummer because it's going to be hard to counter something. They're going to have that much mana to pay for the difference. Otherworldly Gaze going in. We have 3, 4, 5 mana right now. We're 2 away from playing Toxtril outright, but this is kind of a bad matchup, to be honest, for Toxtril. I think who would I rather see here? Maybe the Dragon. Maybe the Dragon. Unexpected Windfall. That's a good one to counter because they discard a card. Singularity, huh? Explosive Singularity. That's actually a really good card for the bombardment to hit. Holy cow, that's actually really smart to have that in the deck. Toxtril. And do we get Toxtril in right here and now, or do we just go for Memory Deluge? I'm afraid that if we get Toxtril in, it's going to get dealt with, but it's just going to be burn spells. I can't imagine there's a counter spell waiting for us here. So let's get him in. Let's get him in and let's start chipping away here. Kind of an awkward game, I can't lie. This is not the deck we're built to battle here. We're built to battle mid-rangey creature builds. Bombardment. I know you got it. I know that's what you're trying to do here. Don't try to be slick. I know what you're up to. I know what you're up to here. It's annoying. That is annoying. I could sacrifice it and then get it back at instant speed on their turn. Let's do it. Let's sacrifice it. Let's sacrifice it, draw a card, and then that should keep them off of drawing a card, which is nice. And now we can cast the instant speed Graveyard Shift to bring Toxtril back. I think that's a pretty solid play. But then again, I'm the one who made the play, so I'm a little biased. All right, Toxtril gets in for another attempt at 7. Nice. Another Into the Royal. No, thank you. All right, I think we just outplayed him there on that one. That's beautiful. Go Memory Deluge. Ooh, Titan and Indulgence. Don't mind if I do. Nice little card draw with the Indulgence. And the Titan's ready to go. Don't really need to even play the Titan though, if I'm being honest. We just attack in here and then we hold up Decisive Denial to maybe stop some sort of big play like Magma Opus. Seems fine to me. I mean, we have Lethal sitting here. No need to get crazy. Thundering Rebuke, that's fine. You got another one? We can just rinse repeat the same situation again though. If they end up killing this, we just go ahead and shift it back in. We don't even need to draw a card, and well, we might as well, right? Wait. That's not enough damage. That's not enough damage, my friend. Ah, that is though. All right, we're gonna draw a card here. And we win the game. Feels bad, man. Sorry about that. Just cannot deal with the slug, man. The Slug King is back again with a vengeance, man. Just you can't stop it. It's just, it feels like a perfect combo, to be honest. Holy cow, this deck is actually flames. If there's one thing I can usually do right, it's reanimators. Reanimator decks. They're like that Gruul deck we're trying with the treasure stuff. It's just not coming together, but then we throw together a reanimator list that I've been wanting to try out, and it just comes together like freaking buttery smooth. And like I said, man, if there's one thing we do pretty decently around here, it's the reanimator decks, man. We got old Rutstein ready to go. Would like to get a decisive denial. I'm sorry, yeah, decisive denial going, but need to find some blues. So hopefully the old Rutstein can get us some treasure here. No treasure, but a blood token. We can get rid of Toxrill and hopefully go deeper into the deck. That ritual would have been really nice to have, especially against this opponent. Holy cow, that would have been really good. All right, that's another blood token. We're trying to get you out of here. That's pretty good. I might want to just hang on to that. Say go, and then we just go for the hero's downfall. Blow up the youthful Valkyrie more than likely. Unless they play a righteous Valkyrie, then we might want to blow that up, but I don't know. Blood Chief's Thirst, that's annoying. That is annoying, I can't lie. But they're only left with the 2-1. Not that threatening. I mean, we need to find a blue source though. Like, we're in a lot of trouble if we don't find a blue. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. All right, so what do we got here? 3 cards. Let's go with you. And we got ourselves our reanimator spell that we can cast next turn. So we're looking pretty good right now. Decisive denial, just in case they play any sort of shenanigans, but I don't foresee a lot of instant and sorcery spells. That was kind of a out there play. It's non-creature though, so I can actually deny that. That's actually something we can hit. Let's go. Sometimes I forget it's instant and sorcery versus non-creature. This one's non-creature, which makes it even better. All right, and now we just go ahead and I suppose we try to win the game here. We do have to be aware of obviously exiling effects that our opponent may have, like Vanishing Verse and whatnot, but our Tainted Indulgence is ready to just draw us cards straight up, and we have Memory Deluge, so card draw should not be an issue. That's Vanishing Verse. I had a feeling. No big deal. No biggie. All right, let's go here. Let's draw some cards. That's not bad. That's not bad. And we do hit a land. Love that. I should have played a blue source on that turn. I just realized I played a green source. We should have played the blue so we could have done both that and the Memory Deluge. This is totally fine though. I mean, we're at 16 life. We still have a Titan in the yard, which we can bring back at some point. That's not a bad card either. That's not a bad card. Do I want to play it though, or do I want to go Memory Deluge and try to find something better? It's a little greedy. That's a little greedy. Let's get the bird in. Let's get the bird in. It has Ward 3, which is fantastic. But doesn't exactly do much against like a Vanishing Verse, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully no Vanishing Verse here. I wonder what that is. That's probably a Starnheim, right? Yep, it sure is. You're absolutely correct, sir. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Let's see what we can hit here. Yes, and I suppose that's fine. Let's draw some cards. Another Rutstein, huh? All right, well, we're gonna have to kill this while we can. I guess we don't really need a mill anymore, do we? Target creature, opponent, and then we have one more land we can play here. Let's play it for blue. No attacks. We got to stay really defensive here. These have vigilance, which makes things a little tricky. Another Starnheim, huh? Crazy. All right. Well, that's not good. Because every time an angel dies now, you know what though? We can total mana value. Oh, this is going to be so good. They screwed up, fam. No, they didn't. They killed me. No, they didn't. We're good. I don't know why I thought that last angel was coming in. All right, check this out. Return target permanence mana value 6. You all back to there. No. You. I'd rather that. Not bad. Oh, not bad at all. Yes, and yes. Yes and yes. All right, we're going to get the Titan here. We're gonna get the Titan here, and we're gonna destroy their Righteous Valkyrie, or the Rampage of the Valkyries. This is gonna be so good, man. Holy cow, I'm so excited. Oh, it's another one though. That's busted. That's actually busted. Shoot. They ruined the fun, huh? They ruined the fun. All right. It's like that, huh? Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and get the Titan still, blow up one of them, and then I'm also not going to get a shield counter. I'm gonna gain life instead, because the shield counter again doesn't do anything when it comes to exiling effects. So we'll just do it like so. Oh, baby. All right, we're gonna lose 2 creatures though if we do this. That's the big thing here, because we're gonna have to sacrifice. Ugh. Let's wait till they play this, actually. Let's wait till they play this. That way we can blow them all up. All right, we're fine. Let them play a big Starnheim Unleashed first. I almost played the Culling Ritual a little too soon there. Come on, you know you want to play it, right? You do want to play that, right? Come on. Come on, you know you want to. Unreal. Of course they top deck a Legion Angel. Why wouldn't they top deck a Legion Angel, man? Oh man, things were going pretty well for us too. And now they're going sideways pretty quickly. They don't attack in, even though we would have to sacrifice some stuff. All right. Fighting creatures seems like would be okay, but I'm just digging. I need to dig out another Titan to kill this, and then I'll feel a lot better. I feel a lot better. Oh, we're getting so far into the deck though. The odds of finding it at this point are pretty slim. I can hit a really big memory deluge though. Come on, Titan, we need you here. There you are. Okay, whew. Okay. Feeling better now. I'm feeling a lot better now. How though do we do this? How do we get this going right now? I don't think it's possible. Don't think it's possible. I can put up some defenses though in the meantime. We'll do that. Let's put up some defenses. How are we gonna win this, man? This is crazy. Rutstein can go. All right, like I said, we have defenses though. We can throw up some blocks here. Throw up some blocks, no biggie. And then if we lose the Swirling Sky, that's fine. We just, you know, we bring it back and we dump off a lot of their stuff back to their hand. So that's pretty cool. They're having a hard time getting aggressive too, because our walls are pretty big, man. Our walls are pretty big. All right, I'm gonna feel a lot better now that I can get this in here. Artifact. We'll gain 5 life again. I don't think the ground 4/4 is gonna do anything. All right, and then we go. Again, I want to save this. I think I'm gonna save this for when they play their Starnheim Unleashed. I'm gonna save that for the Starnheim Unleashed. All right, so we got that in there, and no attack still. We're just sitting pretty right now. We're back to 16 life, which is pretty big. I need this Starnheim Unleashed to go off though, man. Just play it already, so I can just blow the board up. That's fine. We'll get it back again. Keep killing it. We'll keep getting it back. I just don't have a good answer for these Legion Angels, man. They're bothering me. They're bothering me, man. All right, well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana left over. So this is still a good memory deluge here. Here and here. We have 17 cards left. We got to be very aware of that. 17 cards left. A bird in the yard. It's legendary though. Titan can come back. Where's Toxrill? Did we lose 2 Toxrills here? We lost 1. So we still have 1 in the deck. 1 Toxrill left in the deck. I think we saved the graveyard. Oh, we can use the graveyard shifts for one Titan, and then we can use the other one for the Toxrill when it comes down. All right, end our turn. I really would like a really wouldn't mind a what's the word I'm looking for here? Shoot. Quandrix, what is it called? Decisive Denial. I really wouldn't mind a Decisive Denial, to be honest. All right, so we're definitely gonna get back a Titan here. All right, we're gonna gain another 5, and this time we'll put a shield counter. Shoot, put a shield counter. I shouldn't have done that. I should have created the 4/4. The shield counter is irrelevant. The shield counter is just gonna go away as soon as I block here. Actually, yeah, we gotta focus on killing these guys. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus 7 is 19. We survive. I'm okay with this, and then we go with Culling Ritual. It's tough, man. I'm definitely letting them bring my life total down a little low here. Come on, you gotta let that Starnheim Unleashed go, man. You have to let it go. They just do not want to let it rip, man. I don't blame them, but kind of annoying. Hate you, unfortunate. All right, we grab another Titan here. We gain another 5 life. We make some good blocks. Unfortunately, though, that means no Toxrill more than likely. If we go here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana left over. Not enough to do it. Okay. All right, pass the turn. We're down to 2. This is it. They're gonna have to play the Starnheim, man. They have to. Here we go. No cards left in hand. They want to try to win the game, so they're gonna play it. It is what it is. All right, we're gonna go here, and we're gonna go Titan. Titan gains us 5. Again, shield counter is irrelevant, but so is the 4/4 body, man. I don't know. I feel like the 4/4 body is just as irrelevant. This time I can actually make a pretty decent block like this and save myself some life. This time it wasn't that irrelevant. Nice. Okay. So now we got a really good Culling Ritual. They're going to pop this Starnheim Unleashed. They're going to get like 20 angels, and then we're going to Culling Ritual, and they're probably going to cry. I wouldn't blame them though, honestly. That would really suck. Like, you got me down to like 1, 2 HP a couple of times, and we're just going to wipe your board with 1 Culling Ritual. Oh man. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we make our opponent cry. I feel so terrible for this, but not really. but not really. All right, let's get in there for some damage, yeah? Oh man, I can't believe we pulled that off. Let's go, man. We were so patient. We were so patient on that Starnheim. So happy they pulled the trigger. Another game for the road. Let's go. We're smashing it right now, man. This thing can definitely hang in Mythic. That's for sure. We haven't dropped the game yet, so let's just say I'm pretty happy we switched over to it, because that Gruul deck, I can't wait to show you guys if I can get it dialed in. But man, oh man, was that a mistake. I played it on the unranked ladder and we were smashing people with it, so I was like, oh, this is gonna be money, and then just couldn't get it dialed, man. Then we got it on the ladder and just started getting smoked. Come on, let me find a land here. Let's go. Decisive Denial feels pretty sweet. Esper, you never know. Esper's, Esper can be controlled, but a lot of times these days they're actually running more aggro than they are control. Culling Ritual could also be pretty good here. We'll see. Looks like maybe control. Decisive Denial looking pretty good. Yeah, no plays by turn 4. It's got to be control, right? Gotta be. Well, now we got Tainted Indulgence, which is nice. I wish that would have came a little sooner. But beggars can't be choosers. It's all good. I don't like this matchup, though, man. The fact that they haven't played a single card yet is really annoying. Wow. Test of Talents. Yeah, this isn't good. This is really bad for us. Really, really bad for us. See, if Tainted Indulgence just came a turn sooner, I could have denied that. Oh, that's so brutal, man. The one player where it's actually going to work out for them to run Test of Talents. Crazy. All right, so the second effect on here is to mill 6 cards, then return 2 instant and sorcery spells to your hand, which is pretty solid. Pretty solid. Do I go Titan here? I keep putting the pressure on. I think so. I think we go Titan and we just pile the pressure up. Put a shield counter on. It's been helping a lot to go on the Rhino lately, because usually someone, like, a lot of people will have exile effects, right? Like Vanishing Verse. So they just deal with the Titan immediately and you're just left with a 4/4 with nothing to do. And our opponents don't like it when you put the shield counter on the Rhino, because then they're like, well, kind of want to take care of that, and then it kind of draws the attention away from the Titan in most cases, but it also just makes things a little bit more awkward for your opponent. So that's all we're trying to do. See, Vanishing Verse on that. I'm left with a bonus shield counter here, so that's really nice. We can avoid the Doomscar for a little while. I don't think I need to play that right now. I just feel like this is going to get me in trouble. It's going to mill something important. And we lost our Balagid recovery, so we just got to hope we draw into what we need here. Would have been nice to have a Memory Deluge here, but nice. We still get a Decisive Denial even if we play this. Beautiful. All right, no interaction on that. No removal. Love that. Love that. The denial, though, I mean, at this point in the game, pretty irrelevant when they have this much mana to work with. It's a little bit better for that early game counter magic. You never know. They might find something with the mending they might want to cast, like a reanimation spell. That could be pretty good. But I don't know why they would run it right into the denial like that. Like, that would be silly. They see that I have it, so. Looks like we're just going to be able to beat them down. It doesn't look like they have any answers here. They've run out of juice. They've run out of smoke for the barbecue. All right, they're gonna Faithful Mending here. They're trying to find desperately their reanimation spell. Velomachus. They're not even at 5 yet. That's crazy. All right, well, if they do bring back Velomachus and I do Decisive Denial and they pay the 3 and then they max themselves out on mana, I can then downfall it. So pretty sure this game's over. Pretty sure this is over. Sultai Reanimator beats the Esper Reanimator deck. You love to see it. You love to see it. They're definitely screwed here because they're going to pay the mana. Okay, or they're going to do that. Either way, it works. Either way, it works. GG's. That is game, baby. They had a really good start against us, though, man. They were having a lot of the answers, but we kind of read it a little bit like a book, as far as like the Vanishing Verse and stuff like that. I mean, they were kind of really struggling to find that Reanimator spell, though. Feels bad. All right, guys, that will conclude today's gameplay portion of the video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I really, really do. Thank you so much for sticking here with me. We are going to break this thing down in full, but I do have to give you guys a huge shout out because staying this long into a video is tough, especially in an hour-long video. So I appreciate you so much for that. I'm glad you enjoyed it enough to do so. But it also helps the algorithm. So I really do appreciate the support there on that. Appreciate you for that one. With that being said, let's talk about the list a little bit. So I don't have too many comments or gripes about this deck, to be honest. I think it worked out really well. I think we made a lot of good ground. We made up a lot of good ground and coverage in Mythic today because of this thing. Like I was telling you guys before, I'll just kind of hop over here real quick. We do have this like treasure trove deck that we are really working super hard on making work. We'll keep it a little bit of a mystery for now, but it just destroyed my rank. I'm trying so hard to get it to go, but it's just not happening. And we tanked pretty hard, but the Sultai list brought us back in such a great way. It really won us a ton of games in a row. You know, it felt clean. It just felt really, really clean. And I don't know, as far as like changing things, if I would do any of that really. I think everything has some really good purpose in the deck, and it all synergizes really well. Obviously, Hero's Downfall being a removal for 3 can be a little bit better if we want to go a different route. There's plenty of 2-mana removal spells that might, you know, be better in this spot. But like I said, Hero's Downfall, pretty important to the whole Tainted Indulgence, Graveyard Shift mechanic, where they need 5 converted mana cost in the deck to get full value, whether it be playing this for flash or this being just drawing us cards flat out without having to discard. That's pretty important to have things like, you know, Hero's Downfall to get into the graveyard. So ultimately, I'm going to leave this thing just how it is. I usually have a lot to say about these lists. I usually give you guys a lot of different ways you can make it better, or some things you could potentially try. Obviously, if you guys want to, it's pretty simple as far as like changes. You could make your top end completely whatever you want it to be. There's plenty of choices. One of the choices that was actually in the deck originally was Coma, but I decided against it and I went with these 3 instead. I feel like these 3 just have a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? They have a little bit more like let's say Titan of Industry, for instance. It has a lot of targets for enchantments, artifacts to be blown up. Toxtril obviously does really, really well against, you know, aggro decks. They all had their purposes in here. The Swirling Sky obviously gave us some value when it died by getting back some of our, you know, graveyard shifts. Coma is just a really, really good card. It's just a good card. Comes in, it does what it needs to do. Kind of the same thing as the Hullbreaker Horror. There is, you know, that's an option you can put in your top end as well. But the Hullbreaker Horror, I haven't been a big fan of lately, because once I get it in and we start playing a bunch of spells and bouncing stuff, it can be obviously really good in win you games. But there's a lot of times where I get it in and our opponent doesn't have much of a board state to bounce, and then you're constantly just not even getting value out of the bounce, and you're just playing spells to play them. But at that point, you've already won the game anyway, so it's not like, I don't know why you'd whine about that or be upset about that. But ultimately, I'm really happy with the 3 that we chose. But those are the most interchangeable part of the deck, so you can make those whatever you want, fit it to your play style. The rest of the deck, I really enjoyed. I felt like it played really well. Graveyard Shift too. I mean, you could substitute that out. There's plenty of you know, return to battlefield type of reanimator cards. There's plenty of them. They're usually in the 5-drop slot though. You got things like Return Upon Tide. A lot of people like this better because you can, you know, foretell it, play it for 4 on 4 instead of you know, waiting till turn 5. But I prefer the flash mechanic over that, because the flash mechanic, you know, can catch people off guard, especially when you're playing Toxrill on their end step and you're able to make their creatures, you know, -1 on their turn and get double the value out of it before it gets removed. So that's just something to consider as well. If you want to go cheaper, you can go that route, but ultimately the deck feels good. Not going to make any changes to it myself, but if you guys have any ideas on how you can make your versions better, by all means leave it down in the comments below. Comments do help out the channel a lot, so I would really appreciate that. And if you made it this far as well, might as well hit the like button if you don't mind. That's a great way to help grow the channel as well. But yeah, that'll conclude today's video, guys. It is Friday, it is the weekend. Enjoy your guys' weekend. We'll be back here again on Monday, of course, for another hopefully 5 videos. We're going to try to keep the 5 videos going until we can't. But hope you guys enjoyed. And before we get out of here, as always, huge shout out goes to my Mardu mob. These guys are the Mardu mob. The names here you see on the screen are part of the membership program here on the channel, and I always have to give them a huge shout out and a huge thank you, because I want to make sure they know I appreciate them so much for everything they do and all the help that they give me to grow this channel and keep it afloat. So thank you so much. And if you guys have any inquiries about how to become part of the Mardu mob, you can hit the join button down below or the link in the description. But I really appreciate you guys for that, and we'll see you guys on Monday for the next video. Enjoy your weekend. Peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizz, you know Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the Mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.